And it's okay if coaches can't play their game. It's like if you and I are playing and you were to message me and say, hey, I got a busy week, there's no way I'm going to be able to play, or hey, I'm on vacation, there's no way I'm going to be able to play, or someone passed, or whatever the deal is. That's never a problem in this league. What's a problem is not communicating. So as
Exactly.
long as guys are communicating and we know what's going on, then it's usually, like you're saying, not a chore to schedule, and people enjoy the league because they know they can get their one game a week, and we play one game a week. That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
But Coach, really have enjoyed getting to know you a little better, and for you spending some time helping us with this first commish show of this new season. And you're doing a fantastic job with your team, and just really appreciate you as a person, and hope that you continue to have success until you play me in the playoffs.
Yeah. If I make it to the playoffs, I don't know. We'll see. It's
Well, it's going to be
a
tough,
long
I'll tell
season.
you. As good as you're
Yeah.
doing, you've got the Texans in that AFC South, and the Texans have won as many or more games in the last 2 or 3 seasons as any coach in the league. They won the Super Bowl the season before last, and they were averaging 50, 60 points a couple different seasons, and nobody had an answer to them. And then last year, things kind of slowed down for them a little bit when 2021 came out. I think the game has better pass defense because it used to be you had the blitz to get pressure, and now in 2021 you can actually get pretty decent pressure without blitzing everybody. And so people are doing more full coverages and getting some coverage sacks and also benefiting from having better coverage. So I think that that's what's going on to the passing teams, because I think that there's definitely been a jump with the teams that run the ball more effectively are winning more in 2021. The Cowboys just beat me in the Super Bowl. We ran the ball more than any two teams last year, and we both made the Super Bowl. We both had leading rushers, in yards and all that kind of stuff. So I think that this game is a little bit different version. And if that holds true, the way you're calling plays, it sounds like you guys are going to go far.
Yeah, as long as we can keep Derrick Henry, healthy, as long as we keep the offensive line healthy, and I think you're right. I think we have a chance. But
Oh yeah, no doubt your team's definitely in the top 5 teams this year, no question, and that's part of why I'm interviewing you now. So, Coach, thanks again, and look forward to watching your season unfold. Best of luck in your Week 4 game next week. All right, thank you, Coach.
all right, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, so that is Titans coach Sombrero, and he shared a little bit about what's going on with the Titans. We have another interview coming up with our Buccaneers coach, who's also undefeated, and he joined the league with about 2 games left last season, and we're going to hear how he's got these Bucks turned around next. Before heading back to the CCFL show, in honor of the NFL Focus this week on the Polynesian players' contribution to the NFL, and on Memorial Day, the CCFL would like to honor our nation's heroes.
Don't say, can you see my dawn's early light? What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright star to the perilous fight, for the rebels we was so carefully Oh, see, does that star spread that way for the land of the free and the home
Hello, CCFL. This is this edition of Coach's Corner. It's a Did You Know? An interesting fact about offense and defense in Madden 2021. Defensively, without question, the biggest change to this version of the game has been that you can adjust your zone drops in game. That's right. There's a new adjustment button that you can use. And did you know that coaches can adjust where defenders drop in pass zones for better coverage? Coaches can drop at various depths in the flats, in the curl to flats, and in the hook to curl zones. Everywhere from 0 yards up to 25 yards, you can drop in these various zones. This is one of many coaching adjustments new to Madden, and it is a whole new adjustment menu that has never been in Madden before that you can access after you connect with your opponent when it's time to call plays. Offensively, there's also some new adjustments, but in this case, run blocking has always been a part of the game, so is pass blocking, but never like in 2021. On offense, did you know that coaches can call multiple run or pass blocking schemes at the line of scrimmage after breaking the huddle? Coaches can max protect block inside zone, outside zone, traps, block down and kick out. You can even run the full house old power sweeps that USC used to run, where you pull 2 guards and lead upfield with them. Coaches can also call for double teams on any defender in the front 7 of the defense in Madden 2021. Coaches can also slide pass blocking right or left to help with blocking those tough edge rushers that might be creating problems for your passing offense. Coaches can use these adjustments after the play is called on offense, after you break the huddle, and get a chance to see what the defense is doing. So that's it. Interesting facts from Coach's Corner. All right, so this is the Commish Dolphin Mike, and we are going to start our second interview for the night with another undefeated CCFL coach. He's one of our newer coaches. He goes by Jesus Soldier. He is our Buccaneers and Bengals coach. His Buccaneers are undefeated. He actually joined the season the last couple games of last season and struggled a little bit at the end of the season, but obviously he's played a whole bunch since that time and really improved his team. But before I get to all that and how you've improved, why don't you tell us a little bit about, what do you think about the CCFL? You've played a bunch of games, you've subbed a bunch. What do you think about the competition that you're seeing here in the CCFL?
I really, I really like the CCFL. I like the coaching atmosphere. I like being able to have the privilege to actually play with the actual real players, like in real life, on my roster, and being able to coach and making good decisions what's best for the team. And I also like team building as well, and I like the competition, and also just being able to have fun and really the competition. It's very tough. Being able to sub, uh, for other teams, it's very, very good practice because it gets me familiar with my playbooks, and it gets me to the point where I'm able to, win games and stuff. And I've gotten a lot better.
Right. Well, that kind of gets me into my second question. That's, about, what background do you have that helped you get off to such a strong start. I know you mentioned it when we were off air earlier, but you really felt like subbing has really helped you turn your game around. How do you think it's done that?
Um, by subbing for other teams, I use my playbooks with using the other teams. I use Tampa Bay and Green Bay's, defense, and by using those playbooks with the other teams, I've been able to really examine my playbooks and be able to actually go into those playbooks and look. It's given me time to be able to look and examine my playbook to figure out what works and doesn't work, and
Sure.
then I
Yeah.
use that.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I know that being familiar with your playbooks really helps you on the timing of play calls and then, when you want to audible and things like that. And I've watched all your games and, I know that you don't hesitate to go no huddle if the situation's right, or audible if you don't like what you see. And so those things so far have really been paying off for you. You had a really good game against two of your division rivals, both the Panthers and the Falcons, were really tight games, but ultimately I thought your play calling is what won you both those games, and some outstanding play by some of your players. That kind of gets me into the next question that I was going to ask you, and that's who are you most impressed with on your team this season? How are you using them to help you win games?
I can definitely tell you for my defense, man, I'm really impressed with the right outside linebacker. I think it's left outside linebacker. Joe Tryon. He's definitely a beast. I mean, on defense, he got like the last game almost 4 sacks on Matt Ryan. It was just amazing what he can do. He's really had a big impact since coming on to the team. Since
I
the draft,
agree.
and
Yeah, I watched that game, and right now, as we're talking with the crowd, I'm watching the Panthers game as we're interviewing, and he's having a good game against the Panthers too, setting the edge. He's winning consistently. He's too quick for the tackle, and when the tackle can get a hold of him, he's too strong to block. But against the Falcons, I thought Joe Tryon was your MVP. I thought he won you that game.
yeah, he did. And then you got KJ Britt coming in there too, man. I mean, he's a beast as well.
So it
And
looks
then
like you really like the 3-4 as your base defense. Is that, do you consider yourself a base 3-4 coach, or are you
yes,
just
sir.
mixing it up?
Yes, sir. Yes, I do consider myself as that. I really like that that defensive scheme. Yes.
Well, you certainly have the personnel for it. I mean, heck, they're the Super Bowl team, right? And one of the great things about the CCFL is, we don't allow coaches just to randomly make trades or free agent pickups or cuts or
I like
draft
that.
picks. The NFL GM is our GM, so we always have the same rosters as the NFL team that is our team. And in your case, you've got the Super Bowl champs. You've got all the real Bucks. They re-signed everybody after winning the Super Bowl. I know I was teasing you in chat about how they weren't going to be able to sign everybody, but they sure did it. And that's what happens when you have a guy like Tom Brady, because he doesn't insist on $50 million a year like he could get. He
Oh
takes
no.
half that so that his team can sign players that are good and help him win. All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate your time. Thanks for letting us interview you, and we look forward to seeing how your season unfolds. Hopefully, you guys will stay healthy and competitive, and maybe we'll see you in those CCFL playoffs, huh?
Definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the CCFL playoffs. Yeah.
All right. Well, you take it easy, Coach, and good luck next week. And that is it for this week's CCFL show. We hope you enjoyed it.